Welcome to Online 11th Grade American Literature for Trimester 1, also known as 11A. My name is Miss Haviland, and I graduated from Irondale High School in 2000, so if you do the math, you can work out my approximate age. This is my senior year prom. I'm in pink, and this was senior year on the gymnastics team. We are the captains. I'm right here. After I graduated high school, I did a year at Augustana in Sioux Falls, and then I transferred to Lee University in Tennessee, and I graduated in 2004 with a bachelor's in English. This was at my college graduation, and she ended up becoming my sister-in-law. I taught for 3 years in Tennessee. The first year, I taught 9th and 10th grade at Ottawa High School, and the next 2 years, I taught at Hunter Middle School, which is the feeder school for Ottawa. I taught 8th grade there from 2005 to 2007. Then I decided to apply with a teaching agency that places teachers abroad, and my first choice was the UK because I had done a study abroad there during college and I really, really liked it. So I moved to Banbury, England in 2007 to start teaching at North Oxfordshire Academy where I was placed, and it was a really great experience. Even though it was a really challenging school, the school was in special measures. They had a really hard time getting, British teachers to work there. Poor behavior, really poor attendance, poor exam results, and so there were a lot of teachers from all over the world, like Canada, Ireland, Australia, South Africa, all over Europe, the United States. And so it was just a great opportunity to work with people and to make a difference in students' lives. So when I got there in 2007, and I taught there for 7 years, we went from an inadequate school to a satisfactory school to a good school, which means that attendance improved, behavior improved, and results substantially improved. So it was like boot camp for teachers. It was hard, right? I mean, it was really, really challenging behavior. And the admin, there was a principal, a vice principal, and like 11 assistant principals. They had really clear rules, like do as asked first time, and really clear consequences. And so, although the students didn't like it, at first anyways, it transformed learning. Because when you can get students on task, like 100% of their day, they make you understand, so much more progress, like getting rid of that wasted time, getting rid of the distractions. And so it was an amazing thing to experience and be a part of. And I was there 7 years, and while I was there, I taught 6th grade through 10th grade, and their school system is set up differently, so they only basically have, it's called primary school, which is equivalent to elementary school here, and then secondary school, which is equivalent to middle school and high school combined. The only thing is that the last 2 years, so 11th and 12th grade, are quote-unquote optional. So if you stay on, most of the time the students who stay on for those last 2 years want to go to university, but in those last 2 years you can also go to a tech school, community college, or get an internship. So the students sit all their really important exams at the end of 10th grade. There's no high school diploma or credits or transcripts or anything like that. It's really just high stakes exams that you sit, very stressful, and then the exam board gives you your grades at the end. This is this is what the building used to look like, or I mean it still does, but you can see that they knocked down the front and redid it. And this was at prom, so these are some of the guys just taking a photo. This is Banbury, just one of the streets in the town center. These guys looking good. Look, top buttons done up. I bet they have 7 stripes on their ties. This is where Banbury is in the UK. So here's England, Wales, Scotland, Northern Ireland, and Ireland. And these 2 girls are really special to me, and the fact that I taught them for 4 or 5 years. And so from 6th grade to 10th grade, they were mine. And just got really, really close to the students that I had. So this is when they had their little party at the end when they finished their 10th grade year, what you guys would call 10th grade year. So that was long-winded, sorry. Then, after I was there for 7 years, then I moved to the Vista School, where I taught for 2 years from 2014 to 2016, and I was in Vista, England, which is really close to Banbury, like 20 minutes. This is part of, Vista Town Center. You can see the uniforms are similar in the fact that they have ties and blazers, but the colors are different. This is the courtyard, and there's just buildings all around it with all their different subjects that they go to. I got really good at carrying tea across from the staff lounge to the English department, like especially in the rain. I got really good at it. So this school is like totally different. I mean, the results were better, attendance was better, behavior was a lot better, and it was just a different experience, and it was nice to experience more than one school in England as well. So while I was over there, I got my master's from Oxford Brookes, and this is actually my 16th year teaching, my 4th year at Spring Lake Park High School. So this is these are some pictures of the campus and some of the people that I graduated with. It was a great group of students. They were from all over. I mean, he grew up in Asia. Rachel's from Turks and Caicos. Nilda's from Turkey, Germany, Ireland, Greece, and I think Portugal, Spain or Portugal. So it was awesome. Oh, that's my baby too. So my husband, Mitchell, and I got married in January 2015, and we've known each other since 1990 when we went to daycare together. Kind of crazy. So this is my mom, my husband, Mitchell, my stepdad, and this is my sister-in-law, who you saw in the photo earlier, and then my other sister-in-law, so my husband's 2 sisters, my husband and I, and it was cold. It was on Woman Lake up north, like minus 40, cold. And this is my husband's family, so he's got 5 siblings, and then his mom and dad, and then we've got some in-laws here too. Our daughter Ella was born in February 2016, so this was when we were still living in England, and that's 2016, 2017, we're back home now, 2018, and 2019. So, enough about me, 11th grade American Lit syllabus. I'm sure you have already found our Language Arts Schoology page. If you haven't already done so, click on the white resources folder and have a look at the course syllabus. I'm going to quickly go through highlights right now. So here's my email, here's my room number, please come see me. I'm always here after school, usually way past 4 o'clock. I work late. And my online office hours are from 8 to 10. So send me an email, Schoology message me, I should be able to reply pretty quickly. Or you can even try to come see me too. Grading policy is kind of standard Spring Lake Park grading policy, 10% formative and 90% summative. Keys to success, these are unique to the online world. Yes, being respectful. Attendance, that means regularly logging in and completing coursework. Submitting formative work and not just jumping straight to those summatives. And netiquette, which is just a fancy word for online etiquette, manners when you're talking to each other, when you're sending the emails, just trying to sound polite. Course materials, Schoology, of course, and then if you're using your iPad, Notability, Pages, iBooks, we're going to require that you use Turnitin. Google Docs, Google Slides, Google Drive may come in handy. You might have to use them over the course of the year. And optional materials, earbuds, hard copies of novels, whiteboard, markers, and a stylus. So here are learning outcomes: reading, writing, using standard English, speaking and listening, and using technology. Please email me, Schoology message me, visit me during my office hours, or schedule an appointment. The course delivery format is online via Schoology. The attendance policy. So, attendance in this online course is measured based on weekly progress through the course requirements. This course will require approximately 4 to 8 hours of work per week, and due dates are provided to keep you on track in your learning. This is important, that's why it's in bold. If you do not complete at least 50% of the work in a week, you'll be marked absent the following week. Okay, so you need to make sure that you're keeping up and you're not saving everything until like mid-November. If you have not made any progress for 15 school days, you may be removed from the course. So, this is American literature, and it's a survey course. So we're starting in the 1700s, and we are making our way to present time, like today. And so our first unit of study is Native American voice. Then we'll be going into the Enlightenment, which is like your founding fathers, Benjamin Franklin and Thomas Paine. Then we will be going into Romanticism, which is like your Edgar Allan Poe. Then Transcendentalism, your Emerson and Thoreau. And we'll be reading the Scarlet Letter. And then we'll be concluding the trimester with Naturalism, which is like Jack London, Call of the Wild. Formative assessments. I cannot stress this enough, like especially in my class. Formative work directly links to summative assessments. You will do better on summative assessments if you've completed the formative work. In addition, oftentimes the difference between the grade you have and the grade you want at the end of the trimester is a result of missing formative assignments. They will drop you 10%, right? So, you might be sitting in the 50s, and if you've done it, you'd have a D. Or you might be sitting in the 80s, and if you've done it, you'd have an A. Summative assessments, look at the retake policy if that applies to you. Look at the grading scale. No extra credit will be given. Grades will not be rounded up at the end of the trimester, so please don't ask. And I guess 2 things to know about me. I really value honesty, and I really value hard work. Okay, I want you to work hard, I want you to learn, I want you to make progress, and not just tick off boxes, okay? And I want everything you do to be your own. So that means please do not submit work which is not your own, okay? For example, things that have been emailed to you by someone else, or photos that have been taken, or things that have been copied. Please genuinely do your work yourself, okay? Also, you making your work available in any way to any other students is also academic dishonesty. Please be honest. Don't pass your work around. When I give you guys quizzes and tests online, please do them by yourself. And you need to kind of just keep yourself in check, right? Please, anything for books, internet, other sources, if they're used, they're always cited. On tests and quizzes, please don't Google answers, okay? Like, they have to come from you. And please don't include anything inappropriate, offensive, or obscene. So that's the end of the syllabus. Online students need to work in the rotunda. Passes will be distributed. Please don't make your way up to other, like the science flex or the math flex or the English flex. Please stay down in the rotunda.